Hi, this is the African time. The name is Vadashi. Well, my African people, are you guys ready? Let's discuss something about our continent, okay? I don't know how to say it. Is this disturbing or no? Serious. Okay, so it was shared on X, okay, by the African Hub. They are saying that A though, the biggest gold mine in Africa is in Kibili, mined in the Congo. Good. B. The mine is largely owned by Barrick of Canada. Good. C. In 2024, it produced 686,000 ounces of gold. D. It made 1.4 billion US dollars in revenue and paid $39 million in royalties to DRC. The DRC got 29%, while 97.1 went to Canadian owners and Anglo Gold. Yeah, this was what was actually initially shared by the African Hub on X, discussing how some mineral deals is actually happening in the DR Congo, mostly a gold deal though. By the Barrick company, they are a mining company from Canada. That is how he actually said it. Well, in order for us to confirm this, we asked if you are a Twitter person or an X person, you know what's called Grook, right? Grook is an AI tool there that actually helps to verify information and also give you some explanation concerning the whole issue. Okay, so I got to ask AI if what African Hub shared was true. Let's see what the AI thinks. Okay, let's go inside. So shared by Grook or Grook's explanations to this whole issue. Let's see what Grook says. So Grook says, yes. The information is true. Kabili Gold Mine in the DRC, one of Africa's largest, produced 686,000 ounces of gold in 2024, it generating 1.4 billion in revenue. It paid 39 million in royalties to the DRC, roughly 2.8% of revenue, aligning with the stated 2.9 after rounding. Okay, let's go inside. Now, beyond royalties, the DRC benefits from a 10% stake via Sakimo, plus taxes, dividends, and local investment totaling 4.7 billion to date. Okay. While some criticize the royalty rate as low, Kabili supports community projects like hospitals and infrastructure. Fun fact, Kabilis is a leader in green mining using 81% hydropower and funds white rhino reintroduction in Garamba National Park. Okay, so Grook actually makes things clear here. Well, first of all, they claim that the company is one of the largest gold mines in Africa. It's true. Yeah, it is in the Congo. And it's true that in 2024 they produced 686,000 thousand ounces of gold. And then the profit was 1.4 billion. That was they made. And it's true that they gave $39 million to the DRC government for royalties. That's so true. But the group also agrees that it's not actually 2.9% from the total annual revenue. It's actually 2.9 or 2.8, sorry, percent. That one the group agrees. But here is the good part. Group also says that that's not only the main thing that they do. This is what they do. It says beyond so it says beyond the benefits of the 10% stake, they also pay taxes to the government. They pay dividends, and then they also support local investment, totaling around 4.7 billion US dollars. So that is it. Though they pay a royalties of $39 million, but their taxes supports to the communities and then the places, and also other things that they do in the local country, they are believed to spend around $4.7 billion out from the $1.4 billion they makes, right? Yeah. So believing that it says that 4.7 billion, that means throughout their years of existence in the DRC mines, they have been able to support the country with around $4.7 billion. Okay, but let's take the 2024 issue here. As it says that they actually earned $1.4 billion and they paid royalties of $39 million, or should I say 29 or 29? Yeah, $39 million. That's it. That's it, right? That is it. So they say that throughout the years of being established in the country, they have spent around $4.7 billion in the development of DR Congo. Now the question right here is, where is that money used for? Oh no. What actually does if the government of DR Congo is to be asked, what did they use their royalties, the taxes money for in DR Congo? That's the first question here. First of all, These are the things we have to consider here. Ask ourselves, who actually initiated the deal? What were the buy clause of the deal? And where does the money goes? Who actually even make this deal? So me, I don't have a problem with a Canadian company. No, bro. They move from overseas, come to your country. The question I have is, who actually initiated the deal? Or who was the main man of this deal? That's the first person we need to ask first. If it's an African brother, bro, you failed your country, man. You actually really failed your country. You did. You actually did. Good. Now, this is what some Africans also thought or think about this issue when it was shared by the African Hub. We have actually noticed that it's actually true. Not all of what they are saying though, but it's actually true in a way. But see this. This one says, I wonder how stupid African leaders are to allow such exploitation. This absolutely makes no sense. Okay, that's an African. Okay, this one says, that is why the DR Congo has been at war for so long. Wow, my Africans are not happy. Now, this one also says, DRC needs an Abraham Traore now. Okay, this one says the DRC needs an Abraham Traore now. And then again, this one also says, he or she also has some important questions here. One, she asks and says, who sold the mining rights? 2, what happened to the monies paid for mining rights and taxes? And then 3, she asks, the gold didn't mine itself. So who is actually between that whole deal? This is the main question. I'm also asking here, who actually initiated that deal and who is actually at stake or the other end of the deal, and make sure that these all royalties and taxes are paid to the government or the government of DR Congo. This is where I have a problem with. They need to sit down and revise the contract again and then make sure Africa deserves the best that they can get. Okay, that is one important aspect I have with this whole information here. Okay, now let's actually go down to see the conclusion, the breakdown of how the Barrick company of Canada actually produce or actually goes about with the production in this mining that have got the whole Africans talking here. Now let's see. So it says the 1.4 billion is indeed revenue, not profits. Okay, after mining cost 823.2 million. Okay, so the 823.2 million is actually mining cost for the activities, everything concerning the blasting, the machines, the everything, the working for, the labor, everything is $823.2 million. Wow. They pay royalties of $39 million to DRCZ. They pay taxes of $161.3 million. Okay. $39 million for royalty and $161.3 million for taxes are given to DRC governance or government. Who actually sit at the end of this money or payments? That is what I have problem with. Now, and other fees. It says the Barrick and AngloGold's net profit is likely around $338.85 million, far less than the $1.361 billion implied by the Post. The DRC's total benefits, including tax, dividend, and community funds, could be closer to $248.55 million. That is 70.7% of revenue. Not just that, the $39 million, 2.9 in royalties. Additional payment like mining rights, land leases, and local taxes further increase the DRC shares beyond the royalty figure, while the distribution still favor foreign companies. Now, have you seen though? That means DRC is still receiving some. This is actually important. It says the additional payment they receive are mining rights, land leases, and local tax further increases the DRC shares beyond. That means it's not all totally true that the DRC only earned the $39 million from the whole issue. They actually earn more. But the question is the money actually being rightly utilized in the DRC country? That is what we should ask ourselves here. Is the leaders of DRC actually utilizing this money for the betterment of the country? That is the main issue I have here. I have no issue with the company here. If there was a better deal for the government, I'm sure they would have earned a big profit. But who is at the other end in the government earning the most of these royalties and these taxes? There is where we should start from. The name is Vavashi. You can also share your point of view at the comment section, and I'll be so glad to join with you with this discussion about African countries, DR Congo. Thank you for your time.